Hello, everyone, and welcome to DevNTell. This is with Heart. I am stepping in for Narb today. He is not able to make it. If you have not been to DevNTell before, DevNTell is a 30-minute window for members of the Development Guild to showcase something they are passionate about or have been working on. This could be an awesome project you've been working on, demonstrating unit testing best practices, automation goodies, smart contracts, how to structure a project, etc., etc. Basically, if you've got a passion for something, this is your opportunity to share it with the community. Today we have Javi presenting NFTs as gifts. Ready to go, Javi?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Happy New Year to everyone. This is my first time doing something like this. I'm so excited. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm unfortunately I'm feeling a little bit sick. I've been sick all week, so I know I'm not at my 100%. So I made a set of slides to help me to help myself going through the points that I want to cover. So I'm gonna start by giving special thanks to these three amazing people with Heart, Narp, and Daiwat. You 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 are always I see how you're always helping others, helping the community, inspiring others, because you've helped me getting to this point. I wouldn't be here because of if it wasn't for you, and you've inspired me to do this. So to take the guts to do this. So thank you so much. Also about the project itself, kind of like a spoiler alert, I'm not gonna be talking about the business side because I decided not to launch it. I was dreaming about launching it on Product Hunt today and having your feedback and maybe even your votes, but there was some Polygon problems this week, and I decided I feel it's too risky to start charging people with credit cards and relying on the network problems. So I'm just gonna stick to the development side. So my goal here is to just share the knowledge, share all I've been doing, why I do it, how I do it, how I did it, and hopefully what I really want is to be like these three people and help others and inspire others with my example. So let's just get to it. As a quick introduction, I would like to say that this strategy has been working for me. I'm just going to stick to the development side, right? So as a developer who's learning Web3, if you ever feel stuck in a tutorial hell, I would suggest this strategy. Just start with, for example, with a build space project. I love build space, so that's what is working for me. But whatever you want to learn, start from there, from that tutorial, from that course, right? So then complete it, finish it, paying attention to what you're doing. I'm saying that because with build space, it's pretty easy to just copy and paste the solution and just finish the project and get the NFT, right? But if you pay attention, then once you finish the project is actually when the fun really begins. So here's my recommendation. When you finish the project, try changing things, try and make it your way. Then try adding more libraries. Just try things. Like you saw something on Twitter that you like, some new animation fancy thing, just try it. Just see what happens. Dream crazy features. Dreams about the potentials of Web3. Find ideas from other people, other projects, other websites, and just see what happens if you try to add it. That's kind of what I've been doing. I'm super happy with it, and that's kind of how this idea was born. I was, as a build space student, I love how cool they are, like giving you NFTs when you finish a project. Also, if you are a contributor on their Discord, they'll award you an NFT, and I was like, wow, that is so cool. What if I can do something like that to help a friend? I have a friend who draw very cute dogs, and for example, like a couple of years ago, he used to make drawings for some clients on Instagram, like grabbing the picture of the dog and drawing the dog, and then so I thought, like, what if I do something like build space so this guy can reach out to all the clients he had 2 years ago and say, like, hey, Merry Christmas, you thank you for being a client of me 2 years ago. What if I made this NFT of the drawing I made, right? And like a way to give those drawings as NFTs as gifts to friends or clients. And then I thought, like, oh, what if I let anyone create NFTs as a gift, like with the same idea than for my friend, but for any type of friend or gift, right? And then I thought, wait, if you're the one giving the gift, I realized this because my friend is not really familiar with MetaMask or the Web3 space in general. But I thought, like, if you're the one giving the gift, you don't really need a MetaMask or a wallet address. It's like the recipient is the only one who needs to, like, own the NFT, so they need a wallet address, right? So what if I make a credit card way to create an NFT and send it as a gift? So, okay, that sounds like a challenge. So challenge accepted. Let's try to do it. So the first thing that I did is I went to ScaliDraw and draw some mockups. So I know myself and I'm always like complicating my own life. So I decided to be very strict with this. I want to make a very minimalistic set of screens and just stick to that and stop adding other things, because then I will never finish my own side projects. So this was my initial plan and I tried to be loyal to this. The first step would be as simple as possible. Just just text, some intro and a call to action and move on. Then like a upload stage, right? You select your file, your video, your image to upload. Then like a preview screen. So simple that anyone could understand it. Then the pay screen, just the pay button, just that. Then once you paid, a way to like wrap the gift and send it to your friend, right? So a way to contact your friend. And that will be the whole flow for the one that is giving the gift. Then when the client, or when the recipient, when the friend receives the invitation, they will be like, hey, welcome, there's an NFT for you, and please connect your wallet, or somehow like uh, give me the way to give you the NFT, right? And that will be everything. Then I was able to do this in 2 weeks. So let's go from the mockups to the execution. And for that, I made a video, like a full tour video in 90 seconds of how it works. So you will see all these 7 steps from ScaliDraw. You will see it in action in the final product. Let's watch it. It's just 90 seconds. So this is kind of like the landing page I made. I maybe I should just not say a word, but yeah. Anyway, I added this effect if you click on the banner. I thought it was like kind of nice or funny. Then this is the upload process, right? You can drag and drop an image or a video. This is the preview page. I thought it would be nice to add like this extra confirmation to say like, yeah, the content is original, just in case. This is the payment, the paywall screen. Very straightforward, no magic here. And then you'll get to the confirmation that you paid correctly, right? Then you get to finish the gift, like saying who is it for and what is the title of the NFT. And then you get a magic link that you can share via social, via email, or send it to your friend, whatever you want. Then the friend will visit the link, right? This is what the friend will see. Like, hey, hello, there's a gift for you. And you just have to enter your wallet address or your ENS address. And when you click it, all the magic happens from the backend. I will mint an NFT for you. I will pay the gas for that for you. And I will give it to you. So the address that you entered will be the owner of that NFT. And boom, you see the NFT here. You can click to watch it on OpenSea. Sometimes OpenSea takes a while. So I'm saying like, please be patient, right? And maybe in a minute, you can go back there, refresh the page. And boom, maybe you need to extra refresh the metadata, right? And refresh and it will be there. And that's the whole thing that I did. Now I'm gonna review step by step, screen by screen, what I did to just describe the stack that I use, the libraries that I'm using, how I made things. I know there's so many ways to do everything, and this is not the best option. This is the option that I took, and I really enjoyed it, and I love to share everything that I did. If you want to interrupt me or ask me any question at any moment, just feel free. But I'm just gonna go again based on this CaliDraw steps and the final implementation on this mobile view. I'm just gonna describe the things that I used on each one of the steps. So for the landing page, well, for the whole site, I'm using Next.js hosted on Vercel. I just love that. I'm using Tailwind CSS all over the place, and I'm also using it for dark mode. This is the first time that I'm using like light mode, dark mode with Tailwind CSS. So it will read from your system. If you switch to light mode, it will be light, and that was very enjoyable for me to do, in my opinion. For the first time that I do it, I really like that. What else? I'm using Framer Motion a lot. So in this effect that I created here to show these kind of animated stickers with facts. Framer Motion is the library that I'm using the most. If you're interested in how I did this, I can make a tutorial or a blog post, or we can have a call later. I can share the code, I can share the screen, whatever you feel. I would love to share if you like it, but it's okay. What else? I'm also using this use boop library from Jos Como. This guy is amazing, and I'm using to sometimes make things shake a little bit. Like for example, if I refresh the page, this is gonna like shake, like woo, a little bit. I don't know. It's just a silly thing, but these details makes me happy to implement them. And this is in many screens I'm using effects like this. What else? The second screen, this one for uploading things, is very basic. I'm using React Drop Zone, this React library, to be able to drag and drop in this area. So then when the file drops, I'm uploading it to IPFS. I'm saving the URL or the ID generated from that upload. And I'm also using Chakra UI models if you click here to ask for help on any of the steps. The next step is when you preview what you uploaded and decide if you want to go ahead and upload a different one. And I'm using a library called React Parallax Tilt to do this effect. Oh, let me just quickly show you. If I like drag this one, and oh, this was zooming. So yeah, if you hover over this fancy effect, it's very easy to feel tired of this effect once you see it twice, so maybe I will remove it. But it was so easy to add it that I think it's worth it. It's worth trying it. I totally recommend it. I'm using Redux, not because the app needs Redux, but it is very easy to use local storage by default with Redux. So if someone makes a mistake and closes the tab or refreshes the tab, the progress will not be lost very easily with Redux. I'm just used to do that. I'm also using Chakra UI model and Toast in this again in this screen, and I'm using this library called Rag Notation. Here's what I did when you have to confirm that the content is original, just in case. I don't really know how legality works on NFTs, but just in case, I'm forcing you to check this, and if you don't check it, see what happens when I click here. This gets highlighted in a very animated way that I like this. Oh, this is with Rag Notation library for React. Very easy to use and very enjoyable. And if you keep trying, you will see like other funny messages this is using Chakra UI Toast. So yeah, let's just confirm and move on. What else? The next screen will be the paywall, right? The checkout page. Very straightforward. I wanted to use Apple Pay because it's just one button and one click, and it's the best thing ever for Web2 payments, right? In my opinion, or Shopify or other like one-click things. But I realized that you have to pay like the developer fee, annual fee to Apple if you want to add the Apple Pay. And I was like, oh, maybe I will add it on a different day when this becomes a real business. So right now it's just using Stripe. It's in test mode because it's too risky for me to start changing money if I'm not fully sure it works on mainnet. That's a different story. So what I'm doing here is I'm using Stripe Elements, very easy way to integrate Stripe payments in React. And I'm using Vercel and Next.js, this thing called API routes as the backend to process the Stripe request and the information. Well, the credit card number is not an information I can process. It's just a Stripe thing. But to connect to the database and verify the payment, I'm using this. If you've never used the Next.js API routes as a backend, I totally recommend it. It's super easy. It's a life-changing stack instead of using Node.js or other services. I just love it. What else? When you confirm your payment in this screen with the confetti stuff, this is the moment when I'm finally touching a database. I'm using Supabase, and so at this moment I will create a new row on the payments table saying that this payment just occurred, that it just happened, is an state of uncompleted because the friend never claimed the NFT. But at this moment, yeah, we have a payment, so I will store that on the database. The next step is very straightforward, just adding this text info that will be in the metadata for the NFT, like the title or the description. And when I generate this magic link that you send your friend, to make it look like a YouTube URL, and not just a numerical ID. I'm using this has IDs library, very easy to use too. Then the next screens will be when the friend receives the magic link and clicks there, they will get to this screen that is very straightforward and minimalistic. The friend only has to type the Ethereum or ENS address, and then all the magic will happen behind the scenes. So maybe this is the most trickiest part when the friend clicks the button to, let's say, to claim the NFT, right? I'm using a backend to do all the magic. So I know this parameter here from the magic link, and I know the address. So I'm using AWS Lambda, receiving these two parameters, and then I will do all the magic there. All the magic, long story short, is basically I'm doing first, I'm minting the NFT because I know the title and the URL of the media file from the database that I'm grabbing starting from the payment ID. So once I mint the NFT, I will transfer the ownership to the wallet address of the recipient, in this case, the friend, right? To this value right here. And then I will update the database to say that the payment was finally completed. And that's it. I try to be as fast as possible. Maybe there was too uh, generic, or maybe little depth, but if I think that's the main thing. The list of libraries I use, the list of steps, and the how the flow inside the app works. And I think that's it. I could describe more things that I added, or just leave it open for questions. We come from the previous town hall that was like 75 minutes long, so I don't want to consume more of your energy, and just leave it open if you want to ask questions or whatever you want. I would be happy to help you for a bunch of more minutes if you want. Thank you so much for your attention and for being part of this.
Javi, thank you so much. Like that is seriously one of the best presentations I think I've ever watched anywhere. You could just feel
Oh,
your excitement and happiness and like love for this thing that you were building in every word that you spoke. It was so fun and entertaining, and I really appreciate you and appreciate that you were here to host this for us.
oh, thank you so much. This project has made me really happy. It was a huge, very awesome learning challenge. I don't care that I didn't never launch it. I don't care if I ever launch it. I think I already won by trying it, by building it, and by sharing it here with the community. I hope if any of you wants to learn any of the things I did, maybe this is not the right time, but maybe we can chat during this weekend, or at any moment you can DM me, and I will show you everything I have. I cannot believe how many people are on this call, and I'm so thankful. I mean, this is very special for me. Thank you so much, really.
I think this was special for all of us. I really mean that. Like this was quite a presentation. Thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions?
I only joined partway through, but yes, very well done, Javi. I could feel the energy as you were wrapping it all up here.
Thank you so much.
Do you have a GitHub repo available for this, or are you still keeping it on your end for the time being?
What a great question. I definitely want to share the repo, but if I don't do it today, it's not because I don't trust you, it's because I don't trust myself. I mean, if I visit my GitHub, I've always coding alone. This was my last year. I work a lot with GitHub and myself, but only myself, and I'm not experienced with sharing the repos with other people, and I'm just afraid about leaving private keys random places in the code. And I want to be super strict with that. I heard of people losing everything by sharing a private key on a repo, like by bots on GitHub, right? So I will take a look at each one of the pages and the files in the code and create a new repo from scratch and be able make sure that it's safe to share. And yeah, of course I will share it. And but I like to go beyond sharing the code, because I made a screen here. Yeah, there's a lot of like, if I give you access to the repo and you want to try to run it locally, it's a little bit hard because there's a lot of keys or values or IDs that you'll have to add to your secret files in order to make it work. If you don't want to go to the hassle of creating all these parameters to make the app run locally, I can just, if you're interested in one specific screen or step in the process, I can just make a YouTube video 1 hour long, 2 hour long, or share the screen, or we can meet somewhere in time and I will show you line by line what I did. Or even we can make it from scratch. Like if you say like, oh, I really love the effects on the landing page when you click like this. Well, the best thing, instead of looking at my code, we can meet tomorrow and we can build it from scratch with code, with CSS, and with Framer Motion, and enjoy the process. I think that will be much cooler than just looking at my repo. But I will definitely share it.
I think that would actually be a fantastic idea. I think that was something with Hart and Daiwat and a whole bunch of other people were trying to get going in the Dev Guild, actually, these code alongs. And I'm sure a lot of people would really appreciate that. No, it doesn't have to be tomorrow. It can be like whenever, right? But if if you ever get around to hosting something like that, I'm sure you'll get quite a crowd.
Wow, yeah, I'm code alone. I love that idea. I mean, yeah, I would love to do that every day. Yes, and after this presentation with you guys right now, yeah, I really want to be more active, read more in the Discord, and be more active, helping everyone and integrating into this amazing community. So if you're up to code along any of these days or next week or next month, I will be there. Yes.
I would give anything to have you be more involved in this community. Like, seriously, you just have
Thanks, man.
like,
Wow.
you have so much heart, and just listening to you talk about things, like, I would listen to you talk about literally anything.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Javi, thank
Wow.
you so much for uh, showing this off to all of us because yeah, like we had said, just listening to you talk about it has made everyone feel good. Like yeah, what more can happen, right? So yeah, I would absolutely love if you could like schedule one of those sessions to like code this along with other members in the guild. I think that could be like great uh great way to I don't know start uh, experimenting with these sessions where people just learn and code with each other. I don't really have any name for it yet, but we could certainly try it out. And yeah, uh, yeah, there's so much to learn from this project of yours. Like you said, you are so happy to have just built it, and even if you don't launch it, and that's, I think there's so much to learn from that. So thank you for just being here.
Thank you, Daiwan. Yes. So, yeah, what do you think will be the best next step for me to, to set up some time, some schedule for these code along things? Maybe we can chat on the DevNTell channel, or maybe there's a different channel. If you point me there, I will be active and propose a calendar, and let's just do it. Yeah. It can
Uh,
be a lot of fun. Every time that I do a code along with a friend, it's so much fun. It's such a great way to learn. I'm totally in.
yeah.
Let me
All,
just finish the dev and tell real quick, do the closing
Okay.
yeah,
the closing
yeah. That's a
statement real
good
quick.
idea.
But yeah, we should definitely figure this out. Yeah, again, thank you so much, Javi, for making this presentation. This has been a very special moment. I had no idea I was walking into something so impactful, and I really appreciate you having been here to present this to us today. The next Dev and Tell will be next week, 1 hour previous, which is 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Will be Nikita Grishin presenting Own Your Words. Thanks everybody for coming.